Have you been considering moving to Jacksonville with your family? The city is known for outdoor activities like camping. There's plenty of greenery available if that's what you're into. The area has a lot of fast-growing homeless construction sites. Find out why so many people are moving to Jacksonville, as other adjacent counties are arresting their homeless populations, and they have nowhere else to go. The people here are simply amazing. They enjoy the outdoors. Really recommend the town center if you like being homeless in the suburbs, like a registered offender, and are looking for a place to camp out affordably. There's plenty of options. Crime is literally non-existent here because the police is so ineffective. You won't believe the affordability of some of these Jacksonville homeless camps, and the property taxes are literally non-existent since you're just camping out on somebody else's land. Hey, dawg, you finna move to Jax, dawg? I'm trying to tell you what how, cuz. We just got off here at the exit on Beaches, and the first thing you notice is the friendly PayPal. Well, here we are in another great suburban area, and we're gonna tour some of the properties you can live if you move to this part of Jacksonville. There's a lot of fun things to do in the Jacksonville area. We're going to explore the Duval Fun Zone up next, where there's a lot of fun things to do. One of the best investments you can make is commercial land. You won't believe how much crap you'll have to be cleaning up from homeless camps. I'm sure you've heard the term gray water. Well, that right there is what they're referring to. Gray water. The homeless camp was here, and they cleaned it. They're trying to sell this commercial piece of land, and well, they've posted up this sign here that says no trespassing, Florida State statute. When they evicted this camp with the law enforcement here in Jacksonville, they just moved across the road. So let's look across the road and see exactly what happened. Again, I can't go into the homeless camp. I can only show you guys from the easement what it looks like on this one. Now, this Florida State statute, this is actually a lie. They got evicted down the street. Right at the entrance of their homeless camp, it says the dead zone, which would suggest that if you come in here, you're in trouble. They also have a shoe at the entrance, which we know we've already explored this topic on our channel. A shoe means keep out. So this is kind of a homeless keep out warning sign. Of course, they don't own this land, so they don't have the right to tell people to keep out. And again, you can see they do a lot of car break-ins and stuff, so you'll see a lot of purses, a lot of clothing, a lot of beverages. So when you give people homeless money, a lot of times they're just spending it on drinks that are alcoholic, so that's not really going to contribute to them getting off the streets. But they have a mattress here they dragged over. But what this highlights is that the whatever Florida's doing simply isn't working. You're grabbing somebody, you're evicting them from one piece of land, and they just move across the street to another. So now you have two properties that get dumped instead of one, and that's Florida's ineffective method of dealing with the homeless situation. And obviously it hasn't worked. It's actually aggravated it, not only for the homeless people but also for the business owners and people who invest in Florida land. So this is solution one for Florida: evict the homeless people from one camp. Well, then they just go on to move to another across the street. And this is the problem with Florida's homeless solution, that it really isn't a solution. It's just, moving the homeless people from one place to the next ineffectively. You evict people from one spot, and they just move to the next. So this is this person's sign right here. And really, it's a horrendous situation that really isn't effective for law enforcement. It's ineffective for property owners. And it's ineffective for the homeless people who have to constantly be on the move, getting evicted from one place to the next, and they're never really having a solution for anybody, not for the property owners. I mean, you had a property owner across the street that had to spend probably thousands of dollars to clean this mess up. Now you have a property owner across the street now who's got the same problem. Who was this a solution for? Clearly, absolutely nobody. Here they have a heavy-duty motorcycle bag. That's pretty cool. And of course, you have bonfires, which could definitely start fires since they're adjacent to a bunch of garbage and a bunch of dead tree debris. So, very ineffective solution that the state of Florida has right now. And it's borderline not humanitarian. They'll say something along the lines of this is dumping. This is called felony dumping. Some Florida counties have started naming sites like this felony dumping. But it's not felony dumping because a person still has possession. With a good lawyer, that's not a problem. You can defend yourself. But somebody who's indigent isn't going to be able to afford a good lawyer to defend their cause of an unjust criminal accusation. And the reason it's not felony dumping is because a person still has possession of all these things. Dumping would mean to leave it behind. If the person claims possession of something, it's not dumping. Like, I'm in this little area here, and I understand that if I were to try to take anything from here, the homeless person that's here would become very upset because they have possession over it. So because they have possession over these items, we understand that it's not exactly what we would call felony dumping because they're still in possession. I hope you guys understand. The other thing they're doing is saying, well, this is a commercial lot. We're going to build something in the future, so now you're trespassing into a construction site. The problem with that is it's not a construction site. The reason it's not a construction site is because there's no permits being pulled for a building, but they're saying they're going to do it. Therefore, these are criminal allegations that somebody without a lawyer can definitely go to jail for a felony simply for being homeless in the state of Florida, but the average person could defend that. So we can see that the state of Florida is engaging in some pretty shameful legal strategies to try to get rid of the homeless problem. First, it's not working. If it was working, then at least you could say, well, it's working. Unfortunately, the problem is that the strategy isn't working because all you did was grab somebody who was on that empty lot across the street. They moved over here. So that lot had a problem. Now these property owners have a problem. And if this person gets arrested at some point, all this garbage is still left behind regardless, which means that in the state of Florida right now, all these homeless camps and the solutions that the state's coming up with are so ineffective that instead of making it better, it's actually making the situation worse for just about everybody involved, not just the homeless people, but also for the property owners. And on top of that, it's illegal because they're not really using the laws the way they were intended to be used, and they're prosecuting people for felonies in situations where really the law is misappropriating what's written on the books and its intended application isn't the way it's being used, and the people who are being prosecuted don't have the avenue to defend themselves from those accusations, which means that literally what the state of Florida is doing is a downright embarrassment. And if at least it was working, you could look the other way, but it's actually aggravating the situation for everybody. Now, this business owner has the same problem that business owner had. It's a solution for nobody except for the police department, who appears on paper like they're doing their job by evicting people. However, the reality is that absolutely nothing's happening except for an aggravation of an already messed up situation. And here we have next to it another property that looks like it's got the same issue. Now, it recently rained a lot, so the entrance to this homeless camp is flooded. Now, I don't know if there's actually going to be homeless people living back here, but you can see that this beautiful natural property is now in complete disrepair. You know, it's destroyed, it's just littered, and this once beautiful Florida investment that somebody had is now nothing more than an open landfill. And let me mention a biohazard landfill, not just a regular landfill, because this stuff here has human waste. Well, you see what the water looked like across the street, so this water here will eventually turn gray as well. As well, you can just see here you have gloves. I mean, I don't know what type of contamination this is. Toilet paper or gloves or something. I mean, it's just literally, you can tell by the fact that there's this and that bucket that this is now the new septic field for this homeless camp, which means that this water will also become gray water soon. This is a complete disaster on Florida's part that this is happening in this fashion. And an environmental disaster all throughout the state of Florida. Not just large cities. A lot of these homeless camps are in suburban, middle-sized cities, even small towns. If you look carefully, there's even a fire extinguisher right there. That's definitely a huge source of contamination. Are you looking for affordable health care and retirement? The Jacksonville area. Have you ever wondered why the Jacksonville area is so affordable? Because there's freaking homeless camps everywhere. We get this question asked all the time. I want a place that's so great, be so affordable. Oh, what the crap? This tree, like, it's full of thorns and it, like, attaches to you. Oh. What the crap? Oh. It, like, grabs you. What the crap? Let me take a good look at it so if I see it again. Never had that happen to me. The tree's, like, covered in thorns and it just, like, attaches to you. So we're here exploring some wooded areas. And I know for a fact there's homeless camps nearby because I see the homeless people up front. We just have to discover where the camps are at. 7 homeless camps that I was going to hit up. Turns out, however, that I wasn't able to do any of that because everywhere I go, I see homeless camps to where I haven't even got a chance to get started on the homeless camps that I originally wanted to go to because there's so many homeless camps everywhere. People do for a living here in Jacksonville, a lot of them sell rugs. Like the greatest things about Jacksonville are all of the very tall bridges. It also has a port, which means we get our rugs right from the plug. And they flood the streets with low quality Persian rugs. So if you're looking to buy a rug for your new home, you'll find that there's plenty of rugs on the streets of Jacksonville. We're going up that? That thing's terrifying. We're driving up that. Oh crap, we're driving up that. Ah, look at how high it is. Ah! Dang, Jacksonville, you're scary. Oh crap. Oh crap, look at how high we are. Look at how high we are. There's that water underneath us! Ah! Okay, just breathe. Just breathe. Look how freaking high we are! Ah! Are you scared? Ah! Okay, just both hands on the wheel. Both hands on the wheel. Steady! Steady! Look at how freaking high we are! Ah! Just close your... No, don't close your eyes. Don't do it. All these beautiful green areas. I bet these would be amazing places to go exploring with your family. Let's go explore these green areas. This sign right here means there's a homeless camp in half a mile. Somebody just left a pair of work boots here in case a homeless person needed it. Here's one of the sites that on Google Maps I thought was a homeless camp. But as we can see, well, it's being cleared, so it's not here anymore. Despite this being what looks like an environmentally sensitive area, people are dumping horrible, horrible things. This area seems homeless campy, but I haven't found any yet. I'm kind of surprised. This place has all the trademarks that you would want from a homeless camp. Everything associated with homelessness is in this area, but I still haven't found any camps here. Everything you would expect from a homeless place is here. Garbage, a Circle K, but still, I can't find a homeless camp. Absolutely horrendous. Somebody just dumped gallons and gallons of oil here. Thinking there's got to be a homeless camp somewhere in this area because all the signs are here. Fishing. Man, probably a lot of redfish out here. Yeah. say to me?
You know what I need.
You trying to tie me down, women?
You're the one who asked me for kids.
Yeah, putting me on child support. Trying to put me on child support.
You only pay child support if we get split up.
Hi, my name is Peggy, and today we're going to be looking at how people are living in the Jacksonville area. We're going to be exploring a great suburban neighborhood and taking a look at how people are living in suburban Jacksonville. Vamos a comer en la napolera. La napolera. Vamos a comer una tortilla entera. Echarle like todos los días. Sarasota. Ella se hospedaba en un homeless camp. Le gustaba. Cosa más rica, man. ¿No es esto lo que hay aquí? Yo, the back wheels turn on that thing. Po laces and what happened, man? Is that this building right here?
Yeah.
Nothing will break the style of these people. That truck down there, the fire truck, screaming truck. Cutting that tree down there. Tell you what. If the lights aren't on, you don't have to worry. It's just too hot. It's supposed to be incredibly nice. It's not like the most hood looking building you've ever seen.